Hey guys, it's Jonathan Bocher. Welcome to PlayGuitar.com. Today we're going to learn a trick that will help eliminate loads of memorization on the fretboard. Today I'm going to show you a trick that can really help speed up the process of learning the notes on the fretboard, and I think you'll find you use it all the time, even in your playing. Basically, it's the octave pattern, and it's a very simple pattern, a visual pattern that we can use on the fretboard to find out where octaves are of our notes, right? And if you remember from the previous lesson, this builds on the previous lesson where we talked about tones and semitones, which are kind of the secret to finding any note name on the fretboard. And you'll remember that an octave is simply the next time, if we're going up a scale, it's the next time we come to that same note, right? This is an E, and that's an E. It's higher, it's an octave higher, but of course you could say an octave lower as well. It's the same note, just higher or lower in pitch. And this is the pattern. Okay, so we're going to start on the A, which is at the 5th fret, 6th string. Hope you've been doing your exercises and you know that one by now. The pattern is simply this. We're going to go down 2 strings and up 2 frets. Okay? So it's kind of a diagonal pattern if you think of it that way. It's sort of like, you know, the knight in chess, you know, it goes over and up, except it's a little bit different than that because we're adding an extra square, if you will, to get to our octave, right? So we're going down 2 strings and up 2 frets, which brings us to the 4th string, 7th fret, okay, which we find in A. And you can check this out if you want. You know, this is open D, right? So D, E, oops, I was playing the wrong string there. D, E, F, G, A, 7th fret. There we are. Now, this pattern, because of the beauty of the fretboard and how everything lines up, you can use this pattern, and it sounds cool. You can use it in your playing. It's pretty popular in jazz. You'll hear it a lot, but you'll hear it, you know, all over the place, really. How does this help you learn the fretboard? Well, my friend, if you know your 6th string, and I really encourage you to learn your 6th string, it's like the foundation of everything, right? Because that's where most of our bar chords come from. It's an A minor, and I know that because my root note here is on the 5th fret. If I play the same shape down on the 3rd fret, that's a G. That same shape becomes a G minor, and it's all because of the root note. Everywhere you go, that's a C minor because I moved it to the C. So this lesson isn't about bar chords, but it shows you that, you know, those note names are so important. If I want to find out how to play chords elsewhere on the fretboard other than my open chords, knowing some basics about the fretboard is really, really helpful. And the 6th string is fundamental to that. Along with that is the 5th string, okay? A lot of bar chords come off the 5th string. Root notes. If you've got those 2 strings, you can use this octave pattern because that gets you to the 4th string. So there's an A, right? There's an A. There's a B. There's a B. There's a C. There's a C, right? So you can see very quickly we've got the note names in the hat on the 4th string already, right? We can do the same thing off of the 5th string and jump up to the 3rd string, right? So that's a D here. That's a D there, right? C, C. A on the 14th fret, 3rd string. Okay, so I'm assuming that you know the 5th and the 6th string notes, okay? If you got that, you already know the 1st string because it's exactly the same as the 6th string, so scratch that. I just showed you how you already know, using the octave pattern, the 3rd and the 4th strings, so scratch that. We've eliminated half of the strings now for the names that you need to remember. What about the second string? That's the only one left. Now, the second string is a little bit different. All the other strings they're tuned to a fourth, an interval of a fourth, right? The distance between the tunings from E to A, for instance, is a musical fourth. They're all the same. So that pattern holds constant all the way through. The B string, the second string, is different because from the G to the B, that's a major third. So it's actually a semitone lower than a fourth, like all the other strings, like the distance between all the other strings. And that means we need to adjust our pattern. So this pattern works here. It works off the sixth string. It works off the fifth string. When we start with the fourth string, now we're touching that B string, right? So here's the rule. If you touch or cross the B string, you need to adjust by one semitone. You need to add an extra fret to your pattern. Because you can hear there, it's very dissonant, right? It's not at all an octave. An octave is the most perfect of all harmonies because there's absolutely no dissonance involved. But there's a lot of dissonance there. You can tell the pattern's wrong. So we still go down the two strings, but now we got to go up 3 frets. So you can see it works there too, right? Now we've got the pattern corrected. So you can still use that. So you can work off of the 6th string. We got a G, G, pattern again, octave again from that G, and we find out, hey, this is a G here on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Now, I mentioned if you're crossing that B string as well, right? So that's the other thing. If we're anchoring our pattern off of the 3rd string, we have to keep that adjustment intact, right? So we're going up 3 frets. So if you're touching or crossing the B string, you need to go up 3 frets. Otherwise, you're going up 2 frets, right? And the 2 strings is constant all the way through. So using exactly what I just showed you, we've eliminated 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. All you got to know is the 5th and the 6th strings. Isn't that pretty cool? You can use, I play bass a lot. I use the octave all the time playing the bass. It's just such a handy pattern. It's really worth learning. Okay, hopefully that was useful for you. If you want to learn a lot more about your fretboard and how the guitar scales work and the patterns all over the fretboard, check out my Guitar Scale Patterns course, all right? We'll see you again next time.